This is the Rolec Smart Car Charger, Home Smart EV Charger. And this is my MG ZS EV. The problem with the Rolec Smart Charger and MG ZS EV is that they are not compatible for timed charging. In other words, if you plug in your Rolec charger to your car and expect it to switch itself on at a predetermined time, it will not happen. There are ways that Rolec have got around this by effectively switching on the charger at a low rate, and when it gets to the predetermined time it will switch to the high rate. But this is not really a satisfactory solution. I have therefore modified my Rolec with a smart relay switch based on a Sonoff device. I will show you how I did this. There are 6 screws to get access to your Rolec device. The first thing you must do is switch off the main power to the unit. The 6 screws are here, 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 here and here. I will now switch off the unit and open it up. Having undone the 6 screws, it is easy to remove the front panel. Which reveals the inside workings of the device. The front panel can easily be detached from its wiring and totally removed to reveal better access. Inside the Rolec, it is very convenient that everything has been nicely labelled, and I discovered that there is a nice 5-volt supply and 12-volt supply which is feeding other systems within the box. I use these to tap off the 12-volt supply that runs down to my Sonoff relay unit. You could use 5 or 12 volts. You don't need thick wires because there's not a lot of energy. It's only driving the relay side. The Sonoff device is relatively cheap, I think around about £7 to £10, and easily available, and was relatively easy to set up. So that's how you get supply to your device, but of course you need to wire up the relay the correct way. The relay has effectively 3 terminals. It's a normally open and a normally closed. You want to actually go to the normally open side of things, which are the 2 lower terminals there. And I have added, in parallel with those 2 terminals, a switch. And my switch is on the outside of the box here. That is purely there in case I lose internet connectivity, which has just happened actually due to a router change. So you can actually manually override the relay from outside without having to open the box by just pushing the switch down, and then the relay is effectively inactive and it will behave just as though the relay wasn't there. The normal position for normal operation is up, which actually opens the switch and allows the relay to be the controlling function. Where I'm pointing is the wiring that goes out to the main plug that connects to the car. You've got the large live, neutral and earth wires which are going out to the car, just those 3. The only controlling cable is this black line here, and this black line would normally be connected, I'll just hold this other wire together temporarily where this thick black wire is, under here on the underside of the Rolec Mode 3 controller. That is known as the CP signal. It is the only signal the car is using to determine that the cable is attached to the car. I believe that there's normally 12 volts on that cable, which when connected to the car senses and determines that the plug has been put in. The car then initiates itself to get ready for charging. If that charging doesn't happen within a certain time, I think about 5 or 10 minutes, the car goes back to sleep, and the fact that the cable is connected is no longer sensed. So what we have to do is effectively fool the car to think that the cable isn't attached until a predetermined time, and at that time will coincide with when we want to start scheduled charging. So what you have to do is take this black wire here, this thinnish one that's coming out, and it would normally be plugged in here on the third terminal from the right. Take it out of there, undo that crosshead screw, and then effectively feed it to your relay, one side or the other of those lower two. Get a piece of black wire, I've just used this thicker wire, plug it into the bottom there, plug it into the other terminal of your relay here, and then that is the wiring complete. Okay, I have now set up the device, and I won't go through the full procedure, but the device is linked to your Google via a Sonoff system called EWELINK, EWELINK, which all Sonoff devices and switches use. The instructions for getting your device registered is on that site. I won't go into that detail, but as long as you've got a steady blue light here, the device is connected to a internet. If the device blue light is flashing, you're not connected. This button here is how you link it to your internet device, and it is a procedure you go through via the EWELINK application, which you have to have on your phone. Anyway, it's all set up now. I'll just see, I'm not sure if my phone can hear Google from here, but let's see what happens. MG on. And away it goes. This is a screenshot of the eBay advert where I got my relay from. I'm sure it's very clear. If you do take on this project, do be aware it's totally at your own risk. There is a possibility, and very likely, that Rolec won't give you warranty on your device if you've been inside it. So it's up to you. It's worked for me. All the best. Thanks very much for listening.